Men convicted for having consensual homosexual sex under old laws have finally received a formal apology from Parliament. Parliament decriminalised consensual sex between men aged 16 and over in 1986. But convictions for offences before that time remained on record and can appear in criminal history checks. Advocates for the men say the stigma of those convictions has been devastating for many, but the apology is certainly a step in the right direction. Our Deputy Political Editor Chris Bramwell was in Parliament as the historic apology was delivered.
Today we're putting on the record that this House deeply regrets the hurt and stigma suffered by the many hundreds of New Zealand men who were turned into criminals by a law that was profoundly wrong, and for that we are sorry.
As members of the gay community watched quietly from the public gallery, the Justice Minister Amy Adams told Parliament that those men should never have been burdened with criminal convictions.
It's unimaginable today that we would criminalise consensual sexual activity between adults. Almost 4 years ago, this Parliament passed the Marriage Definition of Marriage Amendment Act 2013 to allow same-sex couples to legally marry, and I was proud to vote in favour of it. Today is another historic day for the New Zealand gay community and their families, as Parliament formally apologises for the hurt caused by the convictions and takes the first reading of a bill to expunge those convictions.
In an at times emotional speech, Labour's Grant Robertson told the House when homosexuality was illegal, the imprisonments, the arrests and the fear did not just ruin lives, it killed people.
Hundreds, possibly thousands of lives have been lost because men could not bear the shame, the stigma and the hurt caused by this Parliament and the way that society viewed them as criminals. It is for all of that that we must apologise.
Mr Robertson also added a personal message to all the men who fought for their rights in the face of hate and discrimination.
I want to say that I respect you, I honour you and I stand on your shoulders today. The fact that I, as a gay man, can be out and proud and a member of Parliament is but a small tribute to you. But more so than that, Mr Speaker, next year Alf and I will celebrate 20 years of being together. And early the next year, 10 years of our civil union. And next week we'll get to look after our grandchildren in the school holidays. All things that would have been unimaginable to you.
Both Amy Adams and Grant Robertson received standing ovations after their speeches from people in the public galleries. The organiser of the campaign to pardon gays in Aotearoa, Wiremu Demchik, says today is a day to remember the past.
And for those affected by the previous discrimination and needless harassment, shall we say, by the system, this is an opportunity for them to see that the powers that be are willing to extend an olive branch and hopefully improve relations in the future.
The bill that would expunge the convictions of the affected men will be considered by the Justice and Electoral Select Committee. Atu i te whare pārimata mō te hōtaka o te ahiahi nei, ko Chris Bramwell ahau.